Archaeologists discover an ancient cities that time forgot. Archaeologists in Greece stumbled upon what they believed to be a forgotten ancient metropolis. The discovery was made when researchers found the remains of an ancient city near the modern Greek city of Thessaloniki. They believe the city dates back to around 300 BC and might have been the lost capital of an ancient kingdom. The archaeological site is located in the village of Lefka, quite close to the famous Vergina, the capital of the ancient kingdom of Edessar. What makes this discovery so important is that it could rewrite history. Experts believe that the ancient city might have been the capital of the kingdom of Paeonia, which was ruled by the royal dynasty of the Argeads. However, there is no record of the city existing. According to historical accounts, the Argeads had their capital at the city of Peller, which was located a few miles away. But the exact location of Pelia has never been confirmed. The archaeological team from the University of Thessaloniki believes the ancient city they discovered might be the one described by ancient historians such as Ptolemy, Strabo, and Pliny the Elder. The only problem is that the city appears nowhere on any map and its existence has never been confirmed. It was only mentioned in writings that described it as being a great metropolis, but nothing more. The ancient city was probably destroyed by an earthquake, which would explain why there is no record of it today. All that remains are a few scattered ruins, including the foundations of several large buildings, a Roman road, and several marble statues. Archaeologists are now working hard to excavate the site and uncover more about its history. But for now, we can only wonder what other secrets the lost metropolis might be hiding. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Number 9. Buried treasure. A team of archaeologists in Spain recently uncovered a huge treasure trove of Roman coins that were buried nearly 2,000 years ago. The coins were found at the La Almoloya archaeological site, which is located in the southern province of Almería. The site is home to the remains of a Roman villa that was occupied between the 1st and 5th centuries AD. During the recent excavation, archaeologists discovered a lead box that was filled to the brim with Roman silver coins. The coins date back to the reign of the Roman emperors Hadrian and Antoninus Pius, who ruled from 117 to 193 AD. The treasure also included a small number of gold coins, as well as jewelry and other precious items. It's not clear why the treasure was buried or who did it, but experts believe it may have been an effort to save the valuables from looters. The Roman villa at La Almoloya was likely looted several times over the centuries, but the treasure remained undiscovered until now. 8. The lost city of El Dorado. For centuries, explorers have searched for the legendary lost city of El Dorado, but to no avail. El Dorado is said to be the home of immense wealth and untold riches, but its location has never been confirmed. Some believe that El Dorado is nothing more than a myth, while others are convinced it's real and just waiting to be discovered. One thing is for sure, the legend of El Dorado has captured the imaginations of people all over the world. The story goes that the Muisca people of Colombia used to cover themselves in gold dust and perform rituals in honor of the sun god. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century, they became obsessed with finding the mythical city of El Dorado. They believed the city was made of pure gold and that its inhabitants were incredibly wealthy. Unfortunately, the conquistadors never found the city of El Dorado, but they did plunder and destroy many of the Muisca settlements. The search for El Dorado had a devastating impact on the native population, but it also led to some incredible discoveries. To this day, archaeologists are still searching for the lost city. And who knows, maybe one day they'll find it. 7. Buried alive. In 2016, a team of archaeologists in China made a shocking discovery. They uncovered the remains of a young woman who had been buried alive nearly 2,000 years ago. The woman was found in a coffin at the foot of a mountain in the Gansu province. When the archaeologists opened the coffin, they found that it was empty except for a few scraps of cloth and a wooden tablet. The tablet had the woman's name carved into it, but it didn't offer any other clues as to her identity or why she was buried alive. It's not uncommon to find mummies in China, but this case was different. The woman wasn't a member of the royal family and she wasn't particularly wealthy. She was an ordinary citizen who lived during the Western Han Dynasty. It's not clear why she was chosen for this gruesome fate, but some believe it might have been an act of revenge or a way to keep her from revealing secrets after death. 6. Sodom and Gomorrah. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is one of the most well-known tales in the Bible. It tells the story of two cities that were destroyed by God because of their wickedness. According to the book of Genesis, Sodom and Gomorrah were located in the valley of Siddim, but their exact location has never been confirmed. Throughout history, there have been many theories about where Sodom and Gomorrah might have been located. Some believe the cities never really existed, while others are convinced they did. There is some evidence to support both theories, which has led to much debate and speculation. One of the most popular theories is that Sodom and Gomorrah were located in the Dead Sea, near the modern-day city of Jericho. This theory is supported by the fact that the area is known for its salt flats and many people have found artifacts from ancient civilizations here. However, there is no conclusive evidence that Sodom and Gomorrah were located here, and many biblical scholars disagree with this theory. 5. King Tut's tomb. The discovery of King Tut's tomb in 1920 was one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. The young pharaoh's tomb was discovered in the Valley of the Kings near Luxor, Egypt. It was almost completely intact, which was a rare find at the time. The tomb contained many treasures, including the golden burial mask that is now one of the most iconic artifacts from ancient Egypt. King Tutankhamun was only 9 years old when he became pharaoh. He ruled from 1332 to 1323 BC and died under mysterious circumstances. The discovery of his tomb led to a flurry of media attention and speculation about the curse of the pharaohs. Some people believed that the curse was real and that anyone who disturbed the pharaoh's tomb would be doomed. Others saw the curse as nothing more than a myth. Whatever the truth, the discovery of King Tut's tomb changed our understanding of ancient Egypt forever. Number 4. Mysterious pictographs. Archaeologists in Peru recently discovered a series of mysterious pictographs that date back nearly 1,000 years. The pictographs were found on a rock monolith in the remote jungle market of Chota. They depict a variety of strange creatures, including humans with animal heads and bodies, as well as humanoid figures with wings. The pictographs are similar to those found at the Nazca Lines, but they are much older. It's not clear what the pictographs represent, but experts believe they may depict gods or other supernatural beings. The discovery of these pictographs has raised many questions about the culture of the people who lived in the area 1,000 years ago. We know very little about them and their culture, and the pictographs are providing us with some valuable insights. 3. Egyptian sarcophagus. An Egyptian sarcophagus that was discovered in 2016 contains a mystery that has yet to be solved. The sarcophagus dates back to around 3,000 years ago and was found in the city of Soak. It was decorated with hieroglyphics that tell the story of a man named Tutu and his wife, Teheret Isis. What makes this sarcophagus so interesting is that it contains the mummified remains of a cat. Some believe the cat was a pet that belonged to Tutu and his wife, while others believe it was a sacred animal that was mummified because it was believed to have a soul. Cats were revered in ancient Egypt and were often mummified when they died. However, this is the first time a cat mummy has been found inside an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus. 2. Unmarked graves. A team of archaeologists in England recently uncovered a series of unmarked graves that date back nearly 1,000 years. The graves were found at the Church of St. Mary the Virgin in the village of Stoke White. They contain the remains of men, women, and children who died during the 11th and 12th centuries. It's not clear why the graves were left unmarked, but experts believe it may have been because the dead were too poor to afford a proper burial. Another possibility is that the graves were intentionally left unmarked to hide the identity of the dead. This could have been done to protect the family members of the dead from reprisals, such as having their property confiscated. Whatever the reason, the discovery of these graves has given us a glimpse into the lives of ordinary people who lived 1,000 years ago. 1. The mystery of the Roman dwelling. Archaeologists in Israel recently discovered the remains of a Roman dwelling that dates back nearly 2,000 years. The dwelling was found near the modern-day city of Beit Shean and is believed to have been occupied by a single family. The dwelling was surprisingly luxurious for the time period and contained several rooms, including a courtyard, kitchen, and bedrooms. Archaeologists also found a variety of artifacts, including coins, lamps, and pottery. However, there is one thing that the archaeologists couldn't explain. One of the rooms in the dwelling contained a series of strange markings. The markings are unlike anything the archaeologists have seen before, and they don't know what they mean. It's possible that the markings are simply decorative, but that's just a guess. Which discovery did you like the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already,